Hello, my name is Tony Dong. 2018 Honda Accord revealed. Fresh-faced Honda Accord dumps V6, adds tech and is likely for Oz next year. Honda's 2018 Accord has been launched in the USA overnight, bringing a new design, new chassis and new engines. Honda's pitch for its 10th generation mid-size sedan, which now seems likely to be released in Australia after all, is simple: make it sexy, but keep it practical. Although Honda talked up the idea of new technology coming to the sedan, save for a new 10-speed auto, there's not much here that hasn't been seen before. Indeed, the car's biggest drawcard will most likely be its design, which Honda describes as sporty 5 times in its press release. On the technical side, Honda has ditched the V6 engine option from the Accord. Instead, a pair of turbo petrol 4-cylinder engines are featured, displacing 1.5 and 2.0 liters. The latter is a relative of the storming Civic Type R unit. Adaptive dampers designed to improve ride comfort will be standard on all models in the US, where it will be produced. And every US market at least Accord will also be fitted with the Honda Sensing Safety Suite, which comprises semi-automated driving aids including radar-based adaptive cruise control with traffic sign recognition and low-speed follow functionality, autonomous emergency braking, lane departure warning and road departure mitigation. Honda says it's targeting top and gap safety ratings for the new model. At the US launch of the 2018 Accord, Senior Vice President of Honda Cars America, Jeff Conrad, said the new design will sway buyers. We are redefining the Honda Accords for a new generation of buyers by bringing something unexpected that challenges the idea of what a mainstream sedan can be, he said. The front-wheel drive sedan is a big seller in the USA, where more than 13 million Accords have found homes since it was launched in 1976. The vehicle will be built in the US at Honda's Marysville plant in Ohio. Not confirmed for Australia. Although there's a strong chance the new model will be offered in Australia, local Honda Accord sales have plummeted in recent years, making the local arms job more challenging. Honda Australia director Stephen Collins recently told motoring.com.au that he's confident the Accord would work in Australia, but stopped short of confirming its arrival. That is still a very challenging segment, but we still think there is a place for Accord in our lineup and definitely a market opportunity that we want to fill, he said. There are still some hurdles to overcome with it, but we are progressing. In the USA there is also a hybrid version of the new 2018 Honda Accord, which Collins said would be a must for the local market. We still believe Accord needs to be our technological flagship and hybrid needs to be part of that mix, stated the Honda Australia boss. Inside the 2018 Honda Accord, the new Accord is wider than its predecessor and rides on a longer wheelbase which yields more cabin space. Honda's delivered more boot capacity too, even though the body is slightly shorter overall. It is also lower than the current model, presenting an athletic stance with its long bonnet and assertive front-end design. The Accord driver now sits lower while rear seat occupants get more legroom. Top-shelf models will get 12-way power-adjustable driver seat, heated and ventilated, while back-seat passengers get heated seats too. The cockpit is centered around an 8.0-inch touchscreen infotainment system that ditches the current Civic's touch-sensitive volume control for a physical dial. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality will mirror some smartphone features, and some models will get automatic Bluetooth phone pairing, wireless device charging and Wi-Fi enabled system updates. Honda says all major touch points have higher quality materials too. V6 replaced with Type R power. Entry-level Honda Accord sedans will be powered by a 1.5-litre turbo petrol engine that is rated at 141 kilowatts/260 Nm. The 4 is paired with a CVT continuously variable transmission automatic or a 6-speed manual. We don't expect the manual to make it down under. The Braunia 2.0-litre turbo petrol engine that replaces the Accord V6 produces 185 kilowatts/370 Nm. This engine is mated to the new 10-speed automatic transmission, which Honda claims as a world first for a front-drive car. Honda will also launch a new Accord hybrid car which pairs a 2.0-litre Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder engine with Honda-developed electric motors that are the first drive motors in the world to use magnets containing no heavy rare earth metals, the car maker claims. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here.
Up mounted to a rigid floating subframe. Fluid-filled bushings add another level of NVH absorption. With the news that the Accord Coupe will not return for the 2018 model year, it appears the designers made an attempt to soften the blow a bit by reshaping the Accord sedan to have a long, sloping backlight, short trailing edges on the rear door windows, and a full-length character line running from stem to stern. In comparison with the outgoing car, the wheelbase is up by a substantial 2.2 inches, overall length down by 0.4 inch, height is down by 0.6 inch, and width is up by 0.4 inch. The tracks are increased up front by 0.2 inch, and at the rear 0.8, and the overhangs front and rear also have been reduced. A noise abatement plan very similar to the latest Odysseys includes the first ever application of structural adhesives in an Accord as well as other sound deadening measures such as underbody covers, front and rear engine compartment insulators, and acoustic laminated glass for the windshield and the front door glass on extremes and above. It all should help drastically reduce cabin noise, a sometime Honda bugaboo, as it has in the Odyssey. Trim dandy. Although the final lineup isn't set in stone as of this writing, Honda says the 1.5-litre engine will be available in 6 trim levels: LX, Sport, X, XL, XL Navi, and Touring. The 2.0-litre engine will be available in just 4 models: Sport, XL, XL Navi, and Touring. The hybrid powertrain will return for 2018, with production shifting to Ohio after a few years in Japan. It's slated for an official debut later in the year, but we do know that the Accord hybrid will be powered by Honda's third general, Atkinson cycle 2.0-litre 4-cylinder/dual electric motor system that eliminates the need for a conventional transmission. A new intelligent power unit, essentially the batteries and electronic controllers, will be mounted under the floor to maintain the Accord's trunk space and folding rear seat. The hybrid will be available in 5 trims: Base, X, XL, XL Navi, and Touring. The interior looks to go more contemporary and upscale. A contoured steering wheel and paddle shifters where applicable front a lower cowl, which should work with 20% thinner pillars enabled by the ultra-high-strength steel to improve forward visibility. The topmost tier of the soft-touch instrument panel runs the full width of the dash, while the newly designed front seats make use of a new padding material that offers variable firmness. Higher seatbacks improve shoulder support, and the optional 12-way power driver's seat adds 4-way adjustable lumbar support to its list of tricks. Cooling is now available for the front seats as well as heating. In cars equipped with rear seat heaters, the backs are now heated in addition to the bottom cushions. Armrests are longer, wider, and plusher all around. Although the car is slightly shorter overall, the increased wheelbase provided the engineers the opportunity to move the rear seat aftward, increasing legroom from an already spacious area by 1.9 inches. Better yet, trunk capacity is not compromised in the process, increasing from 15.8 to 16.7 cubic feet. Tech Talk. Honda's sensing safety technology is standard across the board, including automated emergency braking that can bring the car to a full stop, plus lane departure warning, road departure mitigation, adaptive cruise control with low-speed follow, and new traffic sign recognition. Honda Link telematics emergency roadside assistance, remote locking and unlocking, remote engine start, stolen vehicle tracking, remote diagnostics, geofencing, speed tracking, and more also will be available, as will wireless device charging, Bluetooth, 4 grams LTE in-car Wi-Fi, and over-the-air system updates. A 6.0-inch head-up display is included in touring. Finally, after years of trying to convince the world otherwise, Honda has relented and will equip every 2018 Accord with not only an analog volume knob, but also a genuine knob for tuning. With the frustration of tuning the radio remedied, we hope it's worth mentioning the various audio systems. LX Trims get 4-speaker, 160-watt audio. Alt and X Trims get an 8-speaker, 180-watt system. And